Are you ready for some Blitz insanity? The As Seen on TV event is starting in just a little while. How much blitzing are you going to do? There's some disappearing orbs and disappearing events in Marvel Strike Force. We're talking about that. And when is Ikaris coming? We're discussing all of this with my brother GoofyRhexi on your Marvel Strike Force weekly news update. It has been way too long, Goofy. How have you been? Your schedule's been crazy, man.
I've been good. I've been surviving above water a little bit, just like barely. No, I'm kidding. I've been good, man. Just been busy.
Good. Well, I'm glad you've been busy, being productive. It's unfortunate we haven't had as many conversations that we've had in the past, but I'm glad you're here today.
Yeah, we're here.
What's up, y'all? We are. It is a great day. Hey, happy Veterans Day to you, Goofy. Hey, thank you to all the veterans out there for your service. Very, very important.
Much love. Thank you, guys.
Yes. All right. Are you ready to get into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Before we get into Marvel Strike Force, though, I do want to ask you a question. What is going to be the better holiday watching experience? The Hawkeye TV series or Die Hard this holiday season? Which one are you picking, my friend? Which is going to be a better experience for you?
Well, I'm looking forward to the Hawkeye series. I may dabble into Die Hard for you crazy fanatics. I may dive into it. I'll give it one more shot, y'all. I'll give it one more shot.
Hey, that is progress. We're making progress with our brother Goofy. All right, let's go to the Marvel Strike Force. Then this upset me on stream. I'm not as upset as I was this morning on stream when I found out what happened, but boom, I go in. Luminous Orbs. I did not open them. You know why I did not open them, Goofy?
Why?
I had enough for 50 shards, and that would not be enough to get my dagger or my cloak to the next level. So I was waiting. to see if one of these characters would be farmable, which would be the better choice. And they disappeared. No warning. We go into the store right now. No luminous orbs. Did you have any luminous orbs that you were saving that did not open? That you did not open?
No. So I was impulsive. So I opened them up as soon as possible because I realized that I actually, in hindsight, I wish I had gotten more shards for dagger than I had for cloak, because I pulled 6 reds on dagger when I was trying to pull red stars for Sersi.
Okay.
More character before that, man. They're just kind of all just like been jammed together, man, to be honest with you. But yeah, I pulled 6 red stars for it. And I'm like, oh man, this is hindsight though, right? But I wish I would have actually shot for more shards for dagger, because she is damage and she could benefit from the stats.
Okay, so I guess the bigger question for the majority of the community is, do you think that they're going to bring these back? They've done stuff like this in the past. They've removed orbs without warning. They have brought them back, so we get this. Do you think this is going to happen in this instance? And if so, when do you think that's going to happen?
Yeah, so I think if people complain about it enough, right, I think that they've shown in the past that they will kind of budge on some of these things. But I think what makes this feel worse, right? Obviously, the release method of the characters was bad from the beginning. It was misleading. Nobody knew what the hell was going on. And then we thought we were gonna have agency with both of the strike passes to pick which shards we wanted for which character. You kind of basically had to go cloak for the first one, or had to go dagger for the second one, and then hope to get more shards from the Blitz, right? So that was kind of basically the only way for you to be able to kind of have agency and pick it with shards. And then we kind of forgot about them. And then also, to a certain extent, it kind of ruined the hype of cloak and dagger, did it not? Right? Because there were some players who were not able to get both of the characters, or they weren't able to get the shards, the amount of shards that they wanted to get on the characters. But we largely kind of moved on, because time does tend to sort of heal all wounds. But then this crap happened today, and I'm like, oh man.
Well, you're talking about the hype. I think a lot of it was lost because most free-to-play players were not able to get both of these characters till 2 months after their release, which is unprecedented for a lot of the characters. So that's where I think a lot of the hype died down. People knew that these characters would be worth it in the Doom raids and their viability and all that stuff. They're good characters, but the hype did die down, I think, because of the time.
Yeah, it could be the time. Maybe I'm overanalyzing it, right? It could be because of the time, but I think a lot of it though had to do with the release method of the characters. Strike Pass usually kind of just is a massive buzzkill. I don't know why they took the orbs out of the store though. I mean, they've left the orbs in the store for characters way past the end of their release. So I'm just surprised that they were like, hey, it's been a day or two, we're just gonna rip them from the store.
Do you think that was done on purpose, or they had a set timer based on this screw up of Silver Samurai? Because that didn't actually complete until like the next team. You know, we're talking about the new Warriors, but we've had Weapon X since then, and now that we just finished the pass a few days ago for this new Warriors team. So strange release method. I don't like it. And I think a lot of this stuff, you know, them not communicating, they're not doing the work on the front end with testing their bugs a lot. It would save them a lot of work if they would do a lot of the front end work. It seems like they're lazy on the front end work, which caused them to do a lot of that work on the back end, which is, I don't know how many messages customer support is receiving about this today. But
guaranteed.
They could have received 0 if they just gave some warning, you know, or maybe a lot less if they gave some warning and people were opening their orbs, you know.
Yeah, I think if it was just like a simple message of, hey, the orbs are going to be going away, which then leads us to the simple fact, and you just said it. I think it's been programmed to go away at XYZ amount of time, and they just never thought to send out a message to say, hey, it's gonna go away. At least I never saw a message. I don't know if any one of you guys saw a message.
I didn't see a message. I was like, there's no message. And frankly, I was saving them. I wanted to save them until I found out what the farmability method for either of these characters would be. And I'll probably go with the one that's easier to farm, but they're both good. I need both of them at 7 stars. It's right. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah. Hopefully they learn from their mistakes. They don't seem to be learning as quickly as I would like from their mistakes, but
they're moving too fast, man. That's the problem. They're moving too fast. They need to slow down.
Or they're fixing all their bugs in the back end and they can't do any work on the front end because they're so inundated with all the past mistakes that they're trying to fix.
Could be that, yeah.
I don't know. All right. I guess the good thing, some people were upset about this. Mojo's Mayhem. Cyclops is the character in that. We didn't get any word in the blog post that this was a new battle pass. And my thought on that is, well, they're not mentioning it in the Friday blog post because this does not even matter. Cyclops been farmable for who knows how long, been out of the meta for who knows how long. And I don't know, the orange gear, I don't know if that's still valuable for a lot of players considering it's farmable for the people that would need it. I guess the big thing is they're selling this costume. So has Battle Pass, in your opinion, just turned into a costume sale at this point?
Yeah, so I think that, I don't know if it's turned into it directly. I think it's one way that they're trying to get their costume sales going, right? And I think that they're in their mind that they believe that players still value the items that are in the Battle Pass, which, by the way, it's not like that's an untrue statement. I think that there are players who are not able to get G14s because, yes, some players can farm them, or G15s. Not everybody can get through the Doom campaign, right? There's a plethora of players who cannot do Doom campaign yet, so they are able to get some of these additional resources here through this battle pass. So I think that their minds are like, hey, we're providing you value. It's only $20. Here is this costume that we'll throw in here. I just think it was just poor because it doesn't reach to any end game players. And for some players, they might be like, well, everything is always for end game players. Well, I think everything should be for all players usually. And this is a bad marketing. It's not a ploy, but a bad marketing strategy by them to not have anything like augmented gear in there. I think all strike passes in general should have something that's available for all player types, whether it's beginner, mid game, end game, whatever. This, in my opinion, is a miss by them because there's a lot of end game players like myself, like you, right, who literally find no value really in this whatsoever. Yeah. Because we have G14s, we have G15s that we can farm now in the Doom campaign. So this was just one of those things where it was more puzzling, but also here's the other portion of it. I don't have to care about this anymore.
That is my thinking right there. I don't care if they put Q gear, all this good stuff in. I'm like, oh man, I gotta buy this. I'm gonna be left behind. Everybody's been buying it. I'm thinking more along the lines of, hey, I don't need to buy this now. I'm not having to, I'm not missing out on anything. Nobody's gonna get ahead of me by buying this stupid. I mean, it's not. I kind of like the costume, but I'm not gonna spend money on it. Jeez. And I don't need Cyclops shards. I don't need orange gear. I don't need any of this stuff. This is a capitalistic society that we live in. If they're not making something that I want to buy, I'm not going to buy it. If they want to make more money, they need to give me more value, which we are going to talk about. There are some values. There's one in particular that I think was a very good value, but this is crap. I don't think it's a bad thing though. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you more to decide if you want this to be worth it with the buy and give it good values for what we get, or this is bad. We don't have to buy this. I'm cool. I'm cool with that, honestly.
I'm in that boat. That boat right there where I don't have to buy it. I can move on now.
All right.
Hey, cool.
So this is a great battle pass in my opinion. Now, not only did we get a great battle pass, we got a great strike pass as well. Yeah. We talked about how bad the one for Cloak and Dagger was because those are good characters. This is a character I don't care about. I don't care about War Defense. I know some people are using him in the raids, and he's a very good character outside of War Defense as well. I have no need for Shang-Chi right now. Nick Fury is doing what I need to do in the skill sections of that. Maybe when I get to harder levels of Doom 2, I'll need Shang-Chi. But right now, I don't. So this is I think this is another win. Shang-Chi in the Strike Pass, or the Battle Pass. Oh, Strike. I'm getting them confused. In the Strike Pass. How many games have 2 passes, by the way? Why do I need to be confused? Anyway, so in your opinion on this Strike Pass, considering this has a little more value than the Battle Pass does. If we go to the ends, we get some silver promo credits, some gold promo credits, a lot of orange gear still. So I still see this as unnecessary. Do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing that these passes are getting less valuable, at least for the month of November?
Yeah, so I view this Strike Pass differently than I do the RTA Pass because this is a new character. This is a newer character, right? This is an impactful character in Marvel Strike Force right now. So for me, I actually look at this Strike Pass and I say, this is a buy. I don't feel bad spending $20 on this. I'm going to be able to get him to the next star level. If I don't get him to the next star level,
that would get him to the next star level for me.
Yeah, for you. Yeah. So, and he's super impactful. We know already, right? They've talked about it. The devs have talked about how the fact that they've overtuned the ult. Well, the ult is working for me in Doom raids right now. So I guess I can appreciate that. No, phenomenal character. It's a newer character, so therefore me spending $20 on this, and also there's less work to do to get through the entirety of the Strike Pass. With the Battle Pass, you got to do blitzes or you got to do RTA matchups. Where here it's like I can pretty much play the game regularly how I normally do, and then I do some extra raid attacks. Not really, because I'm already doing those raid attacks anyway, so it's fairly easy to get through it, and it's a good character.
Kind of. Let me compare this to a kind of battle pass of some other games. There was another game that Marvel Future Revolution. I used to play that. Kind of, I've lost a little interest in that game right now, but I did like how their battle pass was structured, because there was a weekend I did not play at all, and I was still ahead on that battle pass. I was ahead. This is very restrictive. I don't know how many times that I've forgot to do a couple of dailies right at the end and missed on these, and I've missed on completing these strike passes all the time. So I would say these are less restrictive time-wise than the battle pass, but way more restrictive than how it compares to in other games. So I would like to see that eased up a little. That would make me think, oh, it's easier to get. I'm going to do this anyway. And I would buy it right at the start as well. The Cloak and Dagger one, right at the start of it, I would buy it. Whereas the Cloak and Dagger ones, what I ended up doing, which I do with a lot of these battle passes, I'm seeing if I'm going to get all of the milestones. If I am, it's going to have that value. If I'm not going to get it, I'm not going to spend the money. So
yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, I get what you mean, because you're right. For the Dagger Strike Pass, there were a couple of days where I couldn't log in. Some of you guys know who watch the channel that I was out of power, out of internet for a couple of days, and I actually got really close to that. So it was like right at the last minute, being able to get the last milestone that's in the Strike Pass. You're right. So it's restrictive in terms of the fact that you can't really miss too many days in order to be able to do it. But like you said, with other Strike Passes, you can miss a couple of days, you can still get it done. And even after you're done with a strike, well, for instance, like the Battle Pass in Future Revolution, you can get that done early. And then once you're done with it, every day that you do more stuff, you can get like another little reward, right?
Yeah.
So here you don't, you kind of got to, you can finish it like maybe 2 days early, but you also can't miss 2 days or either, so you will finish it.
And let me just say, I've mentioned that exact fact in detail message to Cerebro a few months ago, around when we had the Battle Pass for in Future Revolution.
Yeah.
He said he agreed, but as we see, not much changes except for the fact that these characters I don't feel are as relevant as they have been in the past. So in my opinion, Strike Pass, Battle Pass, not as relevant characters. I think this is a positive. I'm not like, oh, I need to buy this right now. I gotta, or I'm gonna lose out. I'm like, all right, if I miss it, it's fine. I don't need these Shang-Chi shards. So it's nice to have. He's a good character, but I think it's a positive that they're the direction they're going.
Yeah, I think you're more salty about the fact that he's a war defense character in fairness.
Yeah, I'm not spending money other than the initial things on.
Yeah, I hear you.
Other than
there's a lot of players who are in the same boat as you, so it's you're in a. I wouldn't say that you're in the minority where that's concerned. That's something that a lot of players feel the same way about.
Yeah, it's ruined war for me. Anyway, let's talk about something. I don't want to keep going. We fell back this past week. The people in and there's a lot of international people that watch this. We do this strange thing in the US, and I think it's in the UK as well, where we change the times. And apparently that was from World War I or World War II, saving the power, not the farmers like I thought. Anyway, the thing is, I've missed a few arena payouts just in the past couple days because I'm so used to that. For me, it's 11 o'clock. I'm not used to being at 10 o'clock for my arena payouts. I've missed it a few times since then, and it's only been a couple days. So
it's funny.
Has this caused you any issues having this time change?
Yeah, it has actually. For Arena, it's actually caused me quite a few issues too, because
oh my goodness,
I have an alarm on my phone that goes off at like 5:45 or 6 o'clock or something like that. No, 5:30, because my payout is usually at 6 o'clock. So I've actually missed it a couple times because I'm like, oh damn it, I forgot. Forgot to change my alarm.
How did you get a 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. payout? Mine's at 11 at night or 10 at night, depending if we have
beta, right? Or like shortly after beta.
I was in beta. So
so that could be. Yeah, I mean, I started playing like 9 months after you did initially. So yeah, I'm a little.
All right. So I get those 9 months in the game. You get the better payout time. I guess that's right.
It's actually pretty damn decent. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. So. All right, but my question here was, I keep referencing other games in this video. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, another game that I used to play. 3 years ago, when I stopped playing that game, they had an option to switch your time zone 2 times a year. I've heard some people, when they write into customer service, they are successful in getting their time zone changed. Some people are not. But usually they're like, oh, this is a one-time thing. We're not going to switch it up. Why don't they just add that 2 times a year? You could switch your time zone whatever you want. You could use it how you want. If you don't have if you're not in a country that has that stupid daylight savings time, you could use it other ways, or you could not use it if you love your payout time. Why don't they implement something like this, Goofy?
Yeah, I don't know. So I've heard there have been some members, some others in the community that said that they've been successful in being able to change their time zone, but I've heard it's hit and miss. I've heard it's very hit and miss. Yeah, it's not consistent in regards to like, oh yeah, it's something that you absolutely can do. It would be nice because, like I said, I don't like the idea of now my day reset is at 11 p.m. instead of it being 12 a.m. right? Like I don't like that because sometimes I stream late, right? And I'm like, yeah, I got time to finish my dailies before I go to sleep, and then I'm like, oh shoot, it's 11.
Oh, I'm so glad you said shoot there. I thought something else was coming.
You know me. Come on. I keep it PG.
Thank you. Yeah. So, Scopely, I don't know if you're listening, but implement this. Come on, 2 times per year. That doesn't sound that crazy. I don't think that would be abused by people switching times if you're doing it. If you only have that option 2 times a year. So yeah, I would like to see that come into the game. Now, another thing that just happened. I'm trying to get my headphones in because I just lost. I just pulled it out. But we got Doom. Doom has his stars. We knew eventually from the blog post that he would be getting 5 stars. We got it yesterday. Yeah. And it was way more than I thought. 3,000 dark promotion credits to get Doom to his 5th star. Is that higher than you were thinking, lower than you were thinking? Were you less optimistic than I, or yeah, where did you fall in your prediction?
Honestly, I thought maybe I'm just more realist than most. I thought it was going to be that expensive. I really did. I'm like, there's no way they're going to allow you to get Doom red stars on Doom that easily. I was like, they're going to make this a challenge and very difficult. Guarantee. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay.
So if the 5-star upgrade costs 3,000, does that mean like to get us to 6 stars, eventually we're gonna need 6,000, and to get the 7-star, and we're gonna need like
I can see them going
15,000 or something like that. My goodness.
What's the cap that you can hold? Is it
I think they raised it to 5 right now. So yeah. And I guess probably 4 for 6, and then if they want to go to 7, maybe 5, or maybe they'll raise the cap again. It is pretty expensive though. I will say that. Like, it's really challenging to be able to get to that number. It is,
especially considering that you're not getting. It's not as if though our allotment for red stars are high, right? You get like 5 of them through the calendar. You get, if you complete the red star blitz, you get one of the 3, maybe the 4 or so from that, and then you have like your challenges throughout the week. So what are you getting? Like on average, you're getting about 9 to 11 basic red stars. That's not enough. Possibly,
yeah.
That's not enough.
All right, yeah. I mean, considering if you got the worst RNG, which 20% of the time you're not, but 80% of the time you're getting 10 when there's no featured character. Most of the time, I'm opening this when there's a featured character, because I think that's a little more important than these dark promotion credits. If I'm getting bad RNG, 300 of these normal orbs just to get that star in him. That's not talking about Ultron or Ultimus either. And if I'm opening during the feature time, 3,000 orbs. Who calculated this? Is this something that you're going to be pushing for? Is this worth it for people to push for, considering how many resources you're going to have to use, and might be sacrificing future characters for that? Is this smart for players to push for this right now?
I think if you're close, then maybe sure, you can give it a shot, right? Because I know there are a lot of players who, since the beginning of this dark promo credit thing, that they've been opening up their basic red stars outside of characters being featured. So therefore, they probably have a good allotment of these dark promo credits built up. But being that it's going to take you so many red star orbs to do this, if you're only getting on average 44 of them a month, and then of course there are going to be these periods of times, the pockets of times where you're going to be getting these they do back-to-back releases, right? So Sersi is featured in the red star orbs, and then now as soon as Sersi's done, well, Ikaris is now in the red star orbs. So then it's like you got 2 weeks where you can't even get the dark promo credits for these characters, and then you probably just went through all of your elites. It's really kind of a weird system. Now it's designed, right, to everything that they designed in this game is to try to stretch your resources. That's kind of basically what it is, for you to make decisions as to what to do. I've always been concerned about this system since the very beginning, and the only reason why I was more concerned about it was because you've done this, but you haven't given us more red stars to make it easier for us to make that decision. If they had given us 5 or 6 more red stars per week, I think that they would have been okay. Well, I'll take half of these and I'll open them up when there's a featured character, and then the other half I'll save for when there's not a featured character. They've not really given us that agency at all.
Yeah, it's a bad system. The whole red star system has been trash since it's been launched. It's improved. We've had at least 2 updates since it was launched, and a little better, but it's still trash. This dark promotion credit thing is just trash. The cost is way too high. The amount of orbs that you have to open is way too high, and not getting this increased amount of dark promotion credits when there's a featured character is absolute trash. That is the biggest travesty of this whole system, in my opinion. This dark promotion credits, big miss from Scopely. Hopefully this is something that they reevaluate down the road. Any other thoughts on this trash system before we move on to something that I think is pretty good?
Yeah, I mean, it's good to get red stars on Doom. I don't want to like just be a Debbie Downer, right? Like, it's good to get red stars on Doom. I think that it's an impactful character. I think some players though probably won't be able to get the red stars on them when he's still a massively relevant character, because even now, I'll tell you this. I mean, he's already been replacing Doom 2 raids with Warlock, right? And then on top of that too, there's Sersi.
Oh, not in tech. Not in tech. He's
right?
In
Mystic.
In tech.
Sorry, in Mystic.
Mystic,
Yeah. So in tech, no, but in Mystic, he's being replaced by Adam Warlock. Sersi is also probably going to replace Adam Warlock. She's performing pretty well at high levels, even at low investment right now. But the problem is that I just the time frame that it's going to take for you to get this, I don't know if it's really valuable for players to hold on to your basics. If you're not getting that many red stars, if you're not buying red stars, then I don't know if you want to ruin your opportunity to get good red stars on featured characters. And you're going to have to make the decision. What are you willing to do?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a game of resource management. Where do you want to spend your resources? Yeah. Do you want to open your credits and put it all on one character in Doom, or do you want to spread it out through multiple characters? I think it's a little less risky to spread it out over several characters instead of putting it all on one character, especially how we know power creep happens in this game. So I'm gonna wait. This is not a big concern for me. If you have the credits, Doom is gonna be probably the best character out of the Dark Promotion credits now. Maybe not when Dormammu goes in there, but it's up to you. You just realize what you're doing. You're putting all the stuff on Doom or another character, and you're potentially sacrificing some value on some other characters. But yeah, so the good thing that I wanted to talk about was the girl. You mentioned her, Sersi. She arrived in Marvel Strikeforce, and you already talked about some of her viability. Very good in the Mystic sections. Now, I've tested an Arena, and she's okay. I don't know if she's better than Moondragon on that full Infinity Watch team. Obviously, when Ikaris comes to the game, that is going to be the theory crafting team. That pair, and then I'm not sure who the 3rd, 4th, and 5th are going to be on this team. But have you used her? What are your thoughts other than the raids? Because you've said how good she is in raids. What are your thoughts on Sersi right now without Ikaris?
Yeah, so Sersi right now, and also I want to clarify, I didn't use her in Doom 2 raids. I saw footage of her being used in Doom 2 raids.
Okay, gotcha.
She does really well. Actually, Ram was one of the players that I saw use her in raids, and 2.3 at gear tier 13, she was tanky and really, really good there.
What stars did he have on her?
I don't think he had her at 6 yet. No, I feel like it was at 5. He had her at but it was level 85 though in gear tier 13. So do keep in mind that there are some extra levels that were on him. And I'm sure I'll leave that to Rem to explain what that is. Right, I don't want to get too into that. That's fair to him. I think it's fair to him to let him explain that. Probably later on in another video, but I will say Sersi, I used her right now. Where I actually used her today. I brought her up to level 71 in gear tier 13 on my roster. Okay. I have yet to get her to ISO 5 yet because I just had to ISO 5 Omega Red, right? So controller ISO.
I just skipped. I just you know what? She's gonna be an Arena. Omega Red is War Offense. Going by my system, I rank Arena a little higher than War Offense. I just said, you know what? I'll do Omega Red later. Let's do Sersi right now.
Oh, I don't blame you at all on that one, to be honest with you, because the only reason why I invested into Omega Red, man, because Omega Red, Victor Creed, Sabretooth, Wolverine, those are 3 of, I'm gonna get too fanboyish on it, but I love those characters, man. So I had to.
I thought you were gonna say how much you hate Heroes for Hire. That's why you have to invest in them. But that's why I'm investing in them.
That's also a fair assessment.
All right, good.
So I used her in War today. Against a Doom New Warriors comp. I used her. It was a mirror match kind of sort of. So I took out. I used Surfer, New Warriors, and Sersi, and dude, it was cakewalk.
So it was a mirror match. Were you punching up against that same team or punching down?
I was punching up. So I was 600. The team was 600k, and they were 7-3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The Sersi is really tanky. She can take damage. And I think what players are gonna have to do is that you're gonna have to resist the urge to use her ult on turn 1. You're gonna want to wait until those debuffs land first, and then you're gonna want to use the ultimate, get the speed up. She doesn't do damage, but I will say this: I think that out of the 2 characters, between her and Ikaris, I think she's actually the better character out of the two. So that's what I'm looking at so far. I think Ikaris, you're gonna need to get really good red stars on him because he is damaged. He does have some pretty good. He has a pretty good kit, but I think Sersi is really kind of the stalwart there. Ikaris is the damage.
Sersi controller and a blaster. They
right,
fit their tag. They fit their tags.
Fit their tags, right.
Well, we have an event going on right now for her. The Darkness Comes event, ending in 8 days. I think the cool thing about this event.
I'm sorry, that Silver Surfer image, man, kills me every time. Go back. Oh,
wait,
hold on.
That image?
What is that?
He's getting hit. I don't know what he has something around his neck. I don't know what this. Something is around his neck. I'm like sure it was a pain explaining the story, which I didn't read.
The man looked like he just ran away with somebody after stealing somebody's lunchbox. That's what the man looked like.
This is the lunch. Yeah, that's the lunchbox. There, it's like a cosmic lunchbox. Couple cool things though in this video, in this campaign, we get to use both of them in the first stage, and we get to fight Dormammu in the last stage. What were you more impressed by, Ikaris and Sersi together, or that we get to see Dormammu and get a little bit of a preview of what he's gonna be like?
Dormammu was a little bit of a letdown for me, to be honest with you, but I think
it was the AI using him.
It's the AI using him. He's toned down. Like it wasn't the same, but being able to see what both the Eternals can do together, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. Granted, the characters that you're getting weren't really souped up, right? But being able to see what they potentially could do, it's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be really fun.
And their animations that they have really nice. Now cool, that leads to my next question. We saw them together. When do you think this guy is coming to the game? When is Ikaris coming to the game?
I hope it's not this week. I really hope it's next week, but I have a feeling that I think that there's a possibility we could see him on Friday. I hope it's not the case. I really hope that we'll probably hold off until next week, Wednesday, when we get him, just for the sake of our red stars, man. We need some time.
All right, so couple things. In the past, they've released characters like a week apart. So I think Sersi was last Wednesday, which would mean, if he was released Thursday, that would be a little over that. Friday would also make sense, but we have two characters in this patch. Yes, we have Dormammu. Dark Dimensions 5 is not technically even out yet, though. So we got two characters in the patch. Normally, these patches last about 5 weeks, so it would make sense for them to hold it off a little bit more. But I don't know. Maybe they have some big plans for Dormammu or Black Friday that they're trying to get off these offers. So I don't know. My guess, I'm gonna go Friday. Release method. What is your guess as far as release method? There's been a lot of speculation. Thank goodness he's not the next Strike Pass. Thank goodness it's Shang-Chi. I think that's another positive there. I was really expecting the worst with that. But what do you think? I mean, Blitz is an option. Raid milestones is an option that people have been talking about. There's been some other ones. What is on the top of your head right now?
I'm assuming it's gonna be Blitz because they're doing a Blitz event that's starting soon, right? Or not Blitz event. Today. Yeah, there's an event that starts that's gonna incorporate Blitz. I would think that if he was gonna be a Blitz event character, that they probably would have released him during this event. I would assume. I don't know why I'm conflating it. They don't release Blitz characters during events.
They want us to blitz hard when it's a character, and then hard just when there's no characters. That's how they've done in the past.
Well, more what I was saying is that this would be an event where they would say, "Oh, this is a 14-day event," and then here you can blitz. And that's what I was trying to say. But
I would love it if it was like that.
Yeah, I would love it if it was like that too. I could honestly see him getting released in a blitz. I think that's probably going to be the direction that they're going to want to go in. Right. I think that they know that people are going to want to have really good red stars on him because he is damaged, and they're probably going to try to limit how many. I think Blitz is probably it's slightly better for some players to get shards, but horrible for others to get shards.
It depends how long you've been playing, right?
Yeah.
If you've been playing longer, Blitz is an easier release. If you've been playing less, Blitz is a harder release. I'm gonna go with a harder release because Symbiote Spider-Man is now farmable. Yeah. I'm going to think he's going to replace Symbiote Spider-Man. Emma's going to be the less featured character. He's going to be the more featured character. Other thoughts is those raid milestones. We are in the 15th season of the raid that was supposed to have these Silver Surfer milestones. I believe they said they were going to do one more because of a bug. So we might be having the 16th season of this come up. Silver Surfer leaving those raid milestones. Who is going to replace him? But maybe this guy. So those are my two thoughts as far as his release method.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
Because it's so horrible. It's such a trickle release.
Well, how did they release Silver Surfer? Right, so Silver Surfer was you had
offers,
offers, $20 for 50 shards, right? That was what it was, and you had to buy it a couple times, and then you had Strike Pass, and then after Strike Pass, it was raid milestones. I don't know how they're gonna do this one. I think it's just gonna be full on straight Blitz. That's what I'm thinking.
I hope you're right. I'm really feeling towards either raid milestones or those normal milestone orb type things, but. Let me know your thoughts, guys. No data mines on this that I've seen. No rumors on this. So they're keeping their stuff very close to the vest with this one. Let's move on, though. We have an event starting today, as seen on TV. Insanity of blitzing is starting, as you mentioned. And we need the superstar trait on this. So you could win or lose in arena, win or lose in raid. Doesn't matter the characters. But in blitzes, your characters with that superstar trait is going to matter. Their gear is going to matter as far as your scoring. We also have a leaderboard, which we saw a little preview of in the past event similar to this. And they said it was a mistake. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was a little preview to see how people would be reacting with that. But are you going to go hard on this event? Is this something that you're really going to be pushing for?
Yeah. So it depends on how much gear is actually in it and how attainable it is, right? If it's something where I'm gonna have to blitz 5 times a day to be able to get it, that's probably not gonna be the case. I doubt they're gonna do it that way though. It's a 2-day milestone, right? So the milestone will reset every 2 days.
Which is different. We've had 24-hour milestones in the past. We hadn't had 2-day ones in the past. So we've actually had 3-day milestones in the past as well. We haven't had 2 days. So what do you think this is gonna?
Day one before.
You're probably right. You're probably right. I'm just not remembering it. But,
same here.
So what do you think this is gonna make a difference? Do you think that the cutoff is gonna be high as far as what we need? I mean, they talked about the leaderboard right here. As soon as you get 3,000 points, then you're getting the leaderboard. That's where you're getting some gold phase bits, which is the costume portion, which is what you can get the costumes with. Also gold promotion credits. If we go into the game right now, though, we see there's a lot of good stuff, including teal gear, all these costumes. How much do you think people are going to be pushing on this? How much do you think you're going to have to push to get on this leaderboard to get some decent rewards? Or do you think there's going to be some decent rewards in that 48-hour milestone that we're getting?
Yes, I think there's going to be some decent rewards in the 48-hour milestone that we're getting. I think so to answer the first question, how do I think people are going to be pushing hard for this? Yeah, it's a game. It's a competitive game, right? People are very competitive. So I definitely do think that people will want to see their names on the leaderboard for sure. So I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case here. Will there be? I think that there will be some decent rewards in the 2-day milestones, but I think this is going to be one of those things where if you want to get the really good rewards, you're probably going to have to do it over a period of time. But I do think that there are going to be some rewards that are going to be attainable. My biggest thing is just as long as there's something for everybody, that's what's important to me. You know, being able so that beginner players, mid game players, late game players, like I want to see and make sure that everyone can get something good out of this. And I'm hoping that they've kind of crafted this event for that. With it being that I'm assuming that you're also going to be able to max out those milestones too, right? Those 2-day recurring milestones. Yeah. Because they're kind of given the scores. You're probably going to be able to max out some of it. And you're probably going to want to cut off probably your activity depending on.
No, don't cut it off. Because there's a ranked leaderboard. Rewards. They don't want you to cut it off. They don't want you to just hit the milestones and stop. They want you to keep going and keep going. Yeah, how many blitz rotations are you planning to do for this event? I've asked you how hard you're going, but how many specific rotations are you thinking? Four is what we've needed in the past. Are you thinking higher than that? 8?
I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. I'm doing 4 and I'm done.
4. Okay.
I'm doing 4 and I'm done. That's it for me, guys.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. Good balance, and hopefully getting all the a decent amount of rewards and still having some life that you could live as well. Right. Next question
I like
about
to watch
this.
TV at night with my wife, guys. So I'm not gonna be.
Oh yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. Spend time with your family and stuff. This is a game, guys. This is a fun thing that we do. All right, but let me ask you about your blitzing in particular. We got a lot of characters with the superstar trait. Are you building specific teams with the superstar trait, or are you just going through your entire rotation? Because we do get points just for blitz wins, not necessarily. You're getting more points with these characters, especially if they're geared. But we're getting points for blitz wins. So are you just going to go through your entire roster, all 36 teams, or are you going to make some specific teams and get more wins with these characters?
No, because all of the characters that are on this list, they're on a blitz team that can win. So for the most, and that they normally are, yeah. So yeah, it's all these characters that are here right now. They're on teams that can win every single blitz. So I'm probably not even going to be, worrying about what tier I'm in or anything like that, because all these guys are on teams that can win all the time. So we're pretty much fine there.
Are you thinking of making some auto lose teams to try to drop down to make these guys rank a little higher, or just score a little more?
Yeah, so I automatically always build out like 3 or 4 lose teams. So yeah, I'm usually fine. So I usually start off my rotation by using like 4 teams that can lose, so I can drop tiers, and then I just go all the way up. That's usually how I do it.
Yeah, in events like this where it's about the wins, not necessarily the score, that does make sense. In blitzes, especially the blitz release characters that you're going for the highest score, I probably wouldn't drop down on purpose. But with these where it's about the wins, that does make sense. So I'm curious to see how hard we're gonna have to go. We're gonna see the numbers in just a few short hours. But we had any other thoughts on this event before we move on, actually?
No, I mean, I just like I said, man, I think it's just, hopefully it's a good event. I hope that it's something where it's good for every single player in the game. I hope there's a lot of resources. One of the things I will say though is that there was no mention of any sort of blue ISOs. That was a miss.
Yeah, well, they do have gear, and they do have your wish here. They're talking about orange and purple gear in addition to the teal, so that most players at all level. But yeah, the blue ISOs is not a great system. I don't like how they're released in the game. Especially the ions.
Yeah, the ions are big ones.
All right, we got a new character in the Arena Orb, Collen Wing. But I think the awesome thing here, because if you guys have been watching the channel, you know how much I don't like these heroes for higher characters. If we move this up, PhylaVell is now available in the Arena store at the increased rate, 975 Arena credits. Does this make an impact for you, or is this too late with the arrival of the Eternals?
No, so here's the thing for me. What I've heard mobile gamers say this. I've been doing this for a while myself. Once a character gets to 6 stars for me, I'm like, unless they're needed for a legendary unlock, I'm Gucci. They can stay at 6 stars and they'll eventually get to 7. So for me, this was not impactful whatsoever. So usually I'll let my arena credits build up to like 25k or something like that, and then I'll just pop a bunch of orbs until it gets down to 15k. I'm probably gonna be doing the same thing with Collen, to be honest with you. The only characters that have a hard farm at a 975 credits was Scream.
Okay.
I pulled 7 red stars on her, so I just felt the obligation to make sure I filled out the 7 red stars.
Hold on. Before we move on from that, does she survive in the Doom raids for you with those 7 red stars?
Well, we're doing Doom 2.0, so yes. And
I'm also in Doom 2.0.
Yeah, higher difficulty, she probably would not, because Black Bolt likes to target her quite often.
Okay, yeah, she does. All right. So the other characters that you've hard farmed in the Arena store with the increased cost.
Shatterstar. Yeah, just to get him to 7 stars. So that's pretty much basically it. So this for me, it's beginner players have asked me the question, hey, should I hard farm PhylaVell? And I'm like, I don't know, like how many arena credits are you getting? How long is that going to take for you to be able to do so? I mean, it's really kind of difficult, but Phyla still, I think, even though Eternals are around, I think still Phyla, Gamora, Nebula are, if you can get those 3 characters early part in the game, I think you're going to be doing yourself pretty well to be able to get those characters, and they're available, if you're willing to stick it out.
Now, one thing I do want to point out is that PhylaVell had that Kree tag added around her release, which means that she is now viable in that horrible Gamma Raid. I think that's where a lot of her long-term value is going to be, unless they start to switch up the Gamma Raids, which hopefully they do. But she is probably the best Kree in the game right now. So she's gonna have some value there. I'm using her in the raids, that cosmic section, the alpha raids. Infinity Watch cleans that up very, very good. So even if they're gonna follow the arena, she's not gonna totally lose value right away.
She has a lot of value.
Yeah. So
and in fairness, Infinity Watch is what, if there's a Eternals team, what's Infinity Watch? Still the best full synergized team in the game, right? So I mean,
one of the best full. And it seems like they're moving away from these full teams. They're building partial teams, which I think in the long term is going to be better for the game because it's going to allow more theory crafting and less constrictive type farms.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, other than PhylaVell, we got some more shards of Moondragon, the other member of the Infinity Watch, baby. I got 15 shards. How many did you get? I've heard different amounts. 15?
I got 15, yeah.
Okay, I'm hearing 20 for some people, very few people. So, but majority of people, I'm hearing 15 as well. Now, is this what you were expecting from this trick or treat event? I was thinking 20.
Yeah.
So it's a little less than I thought, but did this meet, exceed, or disappoint your expectations?
Yeah, so first and foremost, this was free. We didn't really do much to get this, right? So I'm not gonna nitpick at it, but I definitely thought we were gonna get like 20, 25 shards, maybe. When we got 15, I was like, oh, okay.
Better than nothing. There's free stuff. How do you complain about free stuff? But
exactly.
Well, it's not totally free. I did have to spend like 15 seconds going to Facebook and putting my vote in, so it's right. I did do like a little tiny bit of work.
Yeah, you did.
All right. Next thing though, we got a strange calendar going on. We have friends from the future, Goofy, and the friends from the future got this calendar in their inbox yesterday. For the what is this guy? This is Ebony Maw's event. Ebony Maw's event. Wow. But by the time it came to my time zone, we got this. We got the Doc Ock. No, who is this? X-Force. Yeah, Doc Ock. The Doc Ock event. What happened here? Neither of these was announced. It was not announced in the blog post, just like the strike. It was the battle pass or what? The pass with Cyclops. That was announced in the blog post. We didn't get anything about a Doc Ock or a Ebony Maw. So I guess this is not a long-term mistake, but a couple hours, so people got some stars. So what do you think went on here? Do you think Jeff was at work again?
Yeah, somebody did a little switcheroony on this one. And honestly, I think in fairness, I think probably this is what happened, right? I think that they have things on a timer. This is when XYZ is supposed to happen in the game. And then they're like, oh, shoot, that was wrong. Let me switch it up. I think that's what this looks like to me is things are on a timer and they forget to turn that timer off on this thing and then move it to the next phase. So when was Ebony Maw released last? I'm trying to remember. When was this event?
Not sure. I don't remember.
It's hard, right?
You got to ask me this question before so I could go research. I have no idea off the top of my head.
I know, man, because I'm trying to think, because we have him at 7 stars, right? So I don't even see a lot of the stuff anymore. So, or let's put it this way: we typically tend to want to look over it because it's not fully relevant to us anymore. But yeah, I'm assuming that probably like maybe Ebony Maw sometime soon. Maybe I'm wrong. Sorry, Chad, if I am. I apologize.
All right. There's some good deals that has then come up, and one of them is this 21-day login.
This is insane.
This is a really insane deal. 3,000 cores, $5. Now I don't know how you value power cores. For me, 100 cores is about $1 as far as value. So this is like $30 worth of value for $5. This is a no-brainer, even if I have to wait 21 days to get it fully. And there were some other offers that came up. Did any of them stand out for you though, other than this offer here?
No, I mean, not really. Not anything that was too crazy. I mean, I think that there was like a training mat one that wasn't terrible. Like it wasn't great, but it wasn't like awful, right? I think that there was a training mat one But this was by far the one. I saw this. I don't usually, first of all, I don't usually buy anything else other than characters. Either the $50 off is like usually one $50 offer for one character, and then the $20 offer for another character, right? Like it usually that's kind of how I budget out my month and my spending. But when this thing popped up and I'm like, are you 3,000 cores? Are you kidding me? Yes. Because I was depleted. Lady Deathstrike, I had to refresh a couple times for Lady Deathstrike, the store. I was spending 400 cores a day to start off with Silver Samurai's event because I needed to catch up because I didn't get very good pulls so I could get him the 5 stars. Man, I was hurting on some cores. So I saw this offer. I said, come me. Come.
All right, we got another offer, and this was through Google, and I think it was only in the US, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But if you looked at the Google Play Store, it's not there anymore. But yesterday there was a deal here for 35 of this Google Play points. You're getting 200 energy and 2 training orbs. That is a huge deal. Way better than what you're getting for this. Were you able to partake in any of those Google Play deal or that particular Google Play deal?
No, I was actually like quite upset about it too because I didn't see it until the next day, and by the time I went to go in there, I was like, well, it kind of is what it is. I guess I missed out because I took the night off. I had to take a night off from streaming. I was so extremely exhausted, and I just missed everything, man. Completely.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I did get it. And I hope it comes back. I don't. There was a notification that said these deals are going to be going to the 14th of November, and then a couple hours later it went away. So hopefully it does come back. Now Black Friday is coming up, and guys, I have some those were old Google Play points. I would recommend Amazon coins if it is available in your country. I'd rather save 20% off rather than getting some points. Both are good deals, but I prefer Amazon coins. What do you think is going to happen this Black Friday? Do you think we're going to get more deals like this Power Core deal or some of the other deals that have been in the store that look less appealing?
I sure hope that they're more along the lines of things like Power Cores, things like Campaign Energy. I would like, because there are some players who are still pushing for levels. Would like to see maybe some gold offers. I think people are hurting with gold right now. For those who had to, like you and myself, right, had to level up our raid characters, boy, we're hurting a little bit right now on some gold, right?
A lot of players are hurting with gold. So that's something that I think they could do. Now,
there's bottlenecks in the game: cores, trading mats, and I guess G4 uniques too. But yeah,
everybody's got a bottleneck. Some people have gold, some people have training mats, some people everybody's got some type of bottleneck in this game. I don't think everybody. Some people have gold, some people. Anyway, there's a bottleneck. That's what this game is designed to do. It's designed to give you bottlenecks. But kind of like with the Battle Pass and the Strike Pass, do you think it's going to be better if we get some amazing deals on Black Friday, or do you think it's going to be better if we just have some? All right, I could skip this. I don't need to worry about this. We don't need to buy that. What would you prefer? Awesome deals or not that great deals?
I would prefer to have some awesome deals. I think that would feel really good. I think last year the biggest Black Friday deal I remember was like a $25 6 red star.
I thought it was 35, but I could remember that wrong. But yeah, it was a 6 red star elite orb that they were selling. I think that was the best deal. I did get that, and I got like crap from it, so it was like it wasn't
great. It's super RNG, right? But it was in terms of what they normally sell that for, like $50 or $75. So I was like, yeah, I'll get it.
Wait, would you buy that again this year if that came out?
I myself probably would. It would be a game time decision. It'd be a game time decision.
Okay.
I don't think I would.
Just seeing how that Thanksgiving is going for you, how impulsive you're feeling that day.
I mean,
I get it.
Did I have some rum cake? We'll have to see.
All right. So we'll see what happens. Let me know in the comments, guys. Would you rather have awesome deals on Black Friday or feel like you don't have to buy? You can spend some money on other things. Let's talk about, we got an event coming up tomorrow, Chaos Theory, and I always like these, and I always like to ask whoever's on, what are you going to spend your promo credits on, or are you going to save them?
Yeah, I am going to save them. My Lady Deathstrike is 3 red stars. I need her to go into that elite store. When she goes there, I'll be spending it on that.
What is your target? What is your target for her? 4, 5?
I would really like to get her to 5, but being that the rest of the team is kind of okay, I think she's gonna be fine. I mean, listen, Weapon X is waxing the floor, man, with heroes for hire right now. So part of that is because I do have a 7 red Sabretooth, so I'm able to avoid the Misty Knight block.
Oh, so you don't have to worry about Omega Red getting higher health than him. You're in a good position there.
Phenomenal position. So they're just waxing the floor right now with them. So I'm good there. So Lady Deathstrike for me. And that's pretty much basically it. I would have said Cloak, but I wasn't able to get him to 5 yellow. So
Gotcha. Yeah, for me, I'm just gonna save. I just finished spending a bunch of promo credits on Secret Avengers because I undervalue them at the time of release based on the footage that we were sent by Scopely. But they're very good too.
Curious.
So I'm gonna be saving.
Who did you use them on? Just out of curiosity, like specifically.
I had all of them at 3 stars, so I used it on all of them.
Oh, just to get them to 4.
Just to get it to 4. That's it. Just to get it to 4 stars. So
wow.
I may have spent a little extra on Sam. Let me go in the game real quick. I don't remember actually.
Sam is not a horrible 5 red star upgrade, to be honest with you.
Sam is a 4. Sam is a 4.
Yeah,
I got him all to 4. That's it.
He's still tanky though, so you're fine. Yeah,
he's very viable even at this level. So and now that he's farmable, I can get more gold stars on him. If he does pop up in that store, I might buy that 5th if I do have that currency. But right now I don't have anything. So it's being saved. All right, are you ready, brother?
What's up?
It is time for rumors. There's been some rumors. Drew has been on the channel yesterday with a lot of rumors. So let's just go through them and then I'll get your reactions. First one, talk about Gam and Ro. I don't even remember, about a year ago, Gam and Ro was teased by the official Marvel Strike Force Facebook account. There was rumors that they would be coming out in the Valentine's Day of 2021. That did not happen, but now there's rumors saying that maybe Valentine's Day for February 2022. Do you think this is more just hype building from these rumors, or do you think this is the year that they're finally gonna get released?
There's been a lot of stuff going on with them, but listen, we've had this 2 years in a row now, right?
This is the second Valentine's Day that they're ruined for.
Yeah, I don't believe it at all.
All right, so that's a thumbs down for you. All right, next one. I've heard the one that he released or he talked about yesterday. Wiccan, Dorek 8, aka Hulkling. They were both. They're a couple in the comic universe. They were released in Future Fight, and I remember those characters. Interesting that they're going with Wiccan and Hulkling instead of Wiccan and Tommy. But yeah, because that would fit the Scarlet Witch type theme. There's also rumors of her getting a rework around February as well. So what do you think about these characters if these rumors are true and they were added to Marvel Strike Force?
I'm trying to think, like, what would their possible tags be, right? I mean,
Young Avengers, maybe making that team viable, but rumors of a Scarlet Witch thing as well. So I don't know. I have no idea where these guys would go.
Yeah, it's hard for me to get an idea of exactly where they would go on in the current meta of Marvel Strike Force, and I feel like the window was missed, right? You had Scarlet, you had the series, and they weren't released then. I feel like the window was missed, so it would be kind of strange to have them rumored to come out now. That's
it is a weird timing. It seems like it would be more fitting around the time of the Marvels movie, which I think is late 2022, but them coming early seems a little weird. So we'll see what happens. We did see Wiccan in the TV show, or the young version of Wiccan. I think he's still. I don't think he's Wiccan at that point yet.
No.
All right. Next one. We've had some talk of Hellions and the Hellfire Club for a while. Sebastian Shaw coming with a new mechanic. Magneto getting a rework. Now talking about like an April timeframe. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that's something that's happening? Do you think that's going to be delayed more, or do you think there's just another one of these teams that the devs are working on that kind of gets scrapped? We've seen a lot of characters in data mines that don't ever get released. So what do you think of these the Hellfire Club rumors?
Yes, I mean that one's been getting a little bit of a juice to it, right? This is not the first time that we've heard it this year so far. This is the second time around now, right? That we've kind of hearing this. I do think that does have some legs to it. I wouldn't be surprised. once again, it's the timing of it where I don't understand the timing of it as well.
I as well, but
Actually,
would you be happy at this team? I mean, how excited would you be for this team if it is true rumors?
Yeah, because make Emma viable again. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I would be very happy with that. Also, you know what? I digress. Or I track back. So we talked about Gam and Row.
And for those of you that don't know, Gambit, Rogue, they were called Gam and Row on that Facebook post last year, so that's why we're doing it. But it's Gambit and Rogue that we're talking about. Yeah. All right.
There might be some legs to that because there's a Storm and Psylocke thing right now in the store, right? Why is that there? I'm wondering if there's like a rework coming. Like, that's a weird offer. Like, red stars on those two characters for what reason ever? So there might be some legs to that more than we're thinking. Yeah.
If they announced the rework and then sold that would sell so much. But doing this now it is weird time. I did just remember that is weird. Yeah. All right, last but not least, we have another legendary rumored with an empowered state, another one of the horsemen, Angel. Now this is the one horseman that I'm familiar with, Archangel. Yeah. And apparently from the rumors, he's Angel and then goes empowered towards the Archangel.
Yeah.
Would you be excited for this guy? How excited? How excited on a scale of 1 to 10 would you be if we have Angel / Archangel in Marvel Strike Force, especially with the blades coming out? I mean, would that be cool?
Anything mutant, man, that you introduce, I'm probably gonna lose my mind over, because that's my favorite comic. Those are my favorite comics ever. Like, I just go insane about those. So I would be really excited about it, and it wouldn't fit. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like one of them that they release every patch, right? Kind of thing, like kind of slow play it a little bit. I would say that he'll probably be released in a patch with like maybe some other characters for a synergized team, but for him, I think that those 4 horsemen individually could be good plug and play characters individually. If I'm thinking about it right, yeah.
I mean, the rumor is Omega Red was the first of the 4 horsemen coming, and the timing of that would make sense. Angel around February as the second horseman, so we'll see what happens. And last but not least, you said that the X-Men very, very popular, and I've noticed uptick in video and views and everything around when X-Men is getting a lot of hype. Other one, the Spiderverse, that also bigs the uptick from the community and views and everything like that, and hype from the community. We have a Spider-Man No Way Home movie coming out in December. There's been some not new rumors, but there's been some rumors that there's Spider-Verse characters coming in December. A lot of characters December, January. They went on holidays 2 years in the past, so probably gonna be a very large update in December and January. Probably lots of characters. Who do you think? Do you think Spider-Verse is kind of what they're going after, or do you think it's gonna be some other characters in that long 2-month period that they're gone for the holidays?
Yeah, so Spider-Verse characters would kind of make sense. Some of those characters you could pitch as like some of the villains, right? You could pitch them as tech characters, right? Yeah. And we don't have a Doom raid team yet. The symbiotes are doing fine where it comes to these Doom 2 raids. So I could definitely see where some of those Spider-Verse characters could be tech and could be some tech options that you have available for Doom 2 raids. I can see it happening.
Yeah. You have to pick 2 characters from the Spider-Verse. Heroes, villains, who would you pick to come to Marvel Strike Force?
I need an actual goblin. Like, I don't even know if I would even
a real
real goblin,
with glider and stuff.
Yeah, with this glider, that's something that I would definitely like to see.
Okay. That might fit with that tech theme as well.
Yeah, I think the other characters that I want, I mean, I guess I could use an updated Spider-Man, but I don't know if they would want to add another Spider-Man. Just rework. No,
rework the normal red and blue Spider-Man. Rework him.
We don't need another Spider-Man.
Yeah. No, we have 2 Peter Parkers in the game already. We don't need a third. For me, I think Kraven, Sandman, some of these other characters, Lizard might actually fit tech as well. But I gotta go with my daughter's character that she's been wanting in Marvel Strike Force for a while. I think my top pick would be Spider-Gwen.
Oof, man, why did I not remember her? That was one of the characters that I wanted to come to the Young Avengers though.
If Spider-Gwen is coming, Could she be on a team with Wiccan and Hulkling?
Could be.
Let me know your thoughts if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know the comic lore as much, but let me know if that makes sense. All right. Any other final thoughts, brother, before we get out of here? A lot of hot rumors. We'll see what happens and what doesn't. As we know, things change rapidly at Scopely. Even officially announced stuff changes like that. So we'll see what happens with these unofficial things.
Yeah, not much. I mean, there was a rumor out there flowing around. I haven't done too much thought into it because I think you know me already. I don't really like rumors that much. I like to be surprised. I really like to be surprised.
I like speculating on movies. I like to be surprised. On this game, I like to speculate.
No, I hear you, and I'm all for it. But I like to be blindsided almost, kind of sometimes. All right. Some things, but there was a rumor about Magik, right, potentially being another legendary.
That was a data mine
character. Yeah, that was a data mine there. Which I would say, if they freaking bring in Magik and they don't have her with some damn synergy with Colossus, they're wrong. But
why did I even forget that? That is the mutant. We're getting more mutants. I saw that was in the data mines, and it looks like as far as the data mine said a 5-star unlock for Phoenix. That has been confirmed by Cerebro to be a 6-star unlock. That data mine was incorrect. So 6-star unlock for Phoenix, still going to remain, but she is going towards those repeating legendaries. So good stuff there. Good stuff there.
Very good.
All right. Goofy, anything else going on that you want to promote? If not, let everybody know where they can find you, my brother.
Yeah, not much else going on. You guys know already. You guys can find me, GoofyRhexi, on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. Actually, it's @Rexy on Twitter. But of course, Twitch, YouTube, all that, guys. Check the channel out. Every week we do a weekly headliner where we kind of similar to your news update, but it's a little bit different. We do more recapping and then talking about what's upcoming in the week here, but always good. Eventually, we're gonna get some guests back on, like Valley again.
Oh my goodness!
In those headliners, but when we get
I
more
miss
time.
our collabs. We used to collab so often, and your schedule got so crazy.
Often. We used to collab.
Yes, it was fun. It was fun. One day, my brother. One day. We'll have that consistency again. All right. Thank you for joining me.
Yes, sir.
It is always fun talking to you, even when we're not making videos. But give me that Hulk fist bump before you go. Thank you guys for watching. If this video will help you at all, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. Join that notification squad. I will see you next time. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. Happy Veterans Day. Hulk fist bump. GoofyRhexi and ValleyFlyin out. Oh yeah, let's go, baby. That's
a lot, man.
Like, server reset.